Welcome back to the 2023 PDGA Junior Disc Golf World Championships, powered by Paragon Disc Golf. We've got 4 players on our final card here at Northwood Blue, one of the most challenging places to play disc golf on earth, and Valley Forge has got you covered on the action. I'm Chris DeMarco, here with Willem Kline.
Excited to be here. 9 holes are in the way of our players and becoming the Junior World Champion for 2023.
Patrick, you leading the charge at 41 under par through 5 rounds. Nicolai Hagen, Judah Kooistra, and Waden Sides all right there. And we're jumping right into hole 1. 312-foot par 3. And this is just so tight. Ridiculously narrow hallway leads to a left to right shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the 2023 PDGA Junior Disc Golf World Championship, powered by Paragon Disc Golf. This is your 2 o'clock tee time. The division is MJ18. In first place, first off of the box, from Madison, Wisconsin, Patrick Hughes.
Patrick would love to get the early start here. So many difficult holes here at Northwood Blue. That 2-stroke lead is massive right now.
Let's see if he can put his foot on the gas here.
Levi Stout close behind. You know he's not going to miss the action today. This looks like a great shape. He catches a late tree blocking him from accessing the green.
Next up, from Sandnes, Norway, Nicolai Hagen.
Nicolai traveled such a long way to be here today. Physically and mentally, he's had 2 aces just to get to this point. What a weekend for him.
It looks like he's lining up a forehand here.
I like this play, but that green drops off on the back right. He gets a little crafty on the inside. We'll see if he has a putt.
From Waxhaw, North Carolina, Judah Kooistra.
Judah just playing so well throughout this entire event. Let's see if he can get started off strong here.
Yeah, he had a good push in the last round. Let's see if he can maintain it here at Northwood Blue. 2 strokes behind with 9 to
Rounding
go.
out the card from Corpus Christi, Texas, Waden Sides.
This is the guy I'm afraid of right now. Second highest rated player in the field, highest rated on the card. He's only been playing events for about 2-3 years. He had a really rough last round, and he's still here in the final 9. Nice looking shape on the turnover. It looks a little bit inside. And that's what's going to happen at Northwood. Everything has to be perfect for you to get inside circle 1. He's a little bit too much hyzer on that tee shot, and he's all the way down the hill.
Yeah, he kind of caught some leaves at the end there that took him out of the turnover and just shoved him over to the left.
Gallery's absolutely massive out here. 9 holes away from crowning a champion. Patrick's in such a great spot right now. Didn't have to go through the pressure of that playoff. And he's still at 41 under par.
Nicolai just getting up under the basket here.
We've got 8 par 3s, and we're going to finish things off with 1 par 4 here at Northwood Blue. Interesting move by Patrick there. I like that play. Going with the layup. You can see the elevation on that hill.
Waden looked like he was giving that a bit of a run. Catches one of the later trees.
This is the best look for birdie we've seen, but that drop off is just so close to the basket.
And Judah just buries that one. and he will push himself 1 stroke behind Patrick here on hole 1.
Statement birdie early on for Judah Kooistra. And a good finish from Nicolai to get the par. Looks like we'll likely be seeing 1 birdie and 3 pars here. Got a little bit of a mixed layout here crafted by the PDGA. Taking advantage of some of the best holes for this final 9. And here's your current leader right now. Patrick Yu from Madison, Wisconsin. Just got to hold this lead for 8 more holes. Hole 2, par 3, 198. Just look at how tight this tee shot is. It looks like you've got a right to left, or you can run up the left side of this fairway. Either way, it looks like you're kind of trying to just land about 15-20 to the left of the basket here. Judah's kind of been in every position throughout the week. He's been in the lead, he's been behind, he's battled back. Now he's got the top of the box.
And he just puts that right under the basket. No need to putt for Judah. He will take a 2nd birdie.
Patrick catching one of the last late trees on the right side of the fairway before filtering into the basket. We'll see if he has a look. These greens are so punishing. Nicolai taking the left side forehand. Got to be careful of skipping long. See that left to right slope on the green. Oh my.
And he just gets right up there too.
Look at the touch. Even if he didn't hit that log, that was so soft. Beautiful stroke from Waden Sides.
And that ground play just filtering him right next to the basket.
Oh yeah, that's going to put him at 40 under par. Judah under the basket, looking at 41. And here's Patrick. See if he can sustain his lead here with the circle 2 putt. Unbelievable. Almost goes bar down, then he hits the top of the cage and just barely bounces out.
Touched a little chains there too. He really got every single part of the basket.
He hit one of those
far
little
from the
nubs. Every single stroke is going to count.
And Patrick really the only one with a putt on that hole, not able to make do. And he will lose a stroke to the card there. Judah pushing it to a tie.
Look at that. Hole 3, par 3, 255. Another one of these ridiculously challenging fairways here at Northwood Blue. You got to get height on the disc, but you need a little bit of left to right turn to find yourself under the basket. We might see Nicolai go to the forehand, but I think you're just going with that Anheuser backhand with something stable, or the hyzer flip up with the nose angle to stall the disc out at the end. Judah just looking so poised. And that's just fantastic play off the tree. Nicolai coming off the heels of that birdie. Let's see if he can keep the momentum going.
He is going to the forehand here. Turns that one over, but he makes it all the way up the hill. We'll see if he has a look over there.
He's putting across. If he does run it, he doesn't have the drop off behind, but that looks deep.
definitely going to have some trees to contend with.
Waden with a par and a birdie on the day. Just squares up that first tree.
He's unable to make it up the hill, so he's going to have a tough look at his
blind
par.
to scramble for the par here. Now, this is the tee shot everyone's waiting to see right now. Just even through 2. Still tied for the lead.
And just catches one of the last trees at the top of the hill there, and he's not going to have an easy look for birdie from there.
We've seen him hit the jumpers before.
Waden almost drops that in.
A little bit long. I think that's a great approach considering.
Absolutely.
Let's see what kind of look Patrick's got here. Inside circle 2. I've seen him with that Annie look before.
Good height. He did not get it turned over enough, so he will be looking at a par.
That's tough.
And Judah has an opportunity here to take the lead.
For solo first place here on hole 3. Absolutely flawless putt. Top right, pro side.
And look at that confident walk in. Judah is just looking poised right now.
Future is bright. And what a hit from Waden Sides.
Great make from Waden there.
Yeah, par is still important. There's so much danger on these next few holes. Anything can happen. And Patrick falling 1 stroke back. But we saw him in round 3 and 4 just battling, coming back and forth. We'll see if he can do it again here on hole 4.
Hole 18 at Worlds, down by 1. It's gotta go in.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Hole 4, par 3, 345. Blind tee shot. Absolutely so narrow off the fairway. You've kind of got 2 lanes you can take. The left side's a little bit tighter, but that right side can cause you to hyzer back into the rough so easily here on hole 4. Everybody's kind of checking the scores. Judah at 42, Patrick at 41, Waden and Nicolai right there at 40. What a high percentage tee shot. Starting that off on hyzer on the left side of the gap, knowing even if he misses left or right, it's still going to turn over a bit and be center. Nicolai trying for more of that pure hyzer line on the right.
And he just barely clips off that tree, and it's going to send him way right.
Worst case scenario for Nicolai, he's still only 3 off the lead. Judah's on the green. Waden's 2 strokes behind. It looks like he might be lining up a little bit of a roller here.
Oh, that's just a very overstable disc.
I mean, if you have that angle against such a high percentage shot.
And he gets real close to the basket there.
Now here's Patrick, just 1 back.
Oh no.
That looks troubling.
That flipped up well, but right into that tree, and he really got punished for that. He's going to be in a tough spot. I can't imagine it's going to be an easy par for them from there.
Yeah, you see him walking out. Trying to picture a line here. It looks like he's thinking backhand hyzer. We might see the forehand roller.
Looking like he's going to try and squeeze a flex shot. Turnover. He's just going for the fairway.
Pitching out. I'm sure he thought of the roller to try to get the par, but it looks like he's going to take his medicine. Get the bogey.
And that's a good approach there. Patrick has a lot of confidence in his game, so no problem with taking his medicine here.
Yeah, there's so many holes where we could see the birdie bogey swap. Nicolai scaring that Robin.
Playing the skip there, and he's going to roll right next to the basket.
A little bit of a tester. He's looked great on the green so far this tournament. It's just unbelievable. I mean, he doesn't quite have the distance that some of these guys have, but he'll just nail any hole inside 400. That can get you so far.
And Judah now 4 for 4 on birdies today.
100% at Northwood Blue. That is absolutely insane.
Absolutely. These fairways are so tight, and you have to have a lot of confidence in your tee shot. And so far, Judah is looking very strong.
Another absolutely daunting tee shot here on hole 5. Right to left. Only 200 feet, but it starts uphill, comes back downhill. I'll be honest, this does not look like 200. That is an early hit, but I don't know how much trouble he's going to be in. I'm not sure that anyone's going to make it much further. This looks so challenging.
Waden putting a little bit of pressure on Judah here, putting it close to the basket for a birdie putt, threatening to come back to a 1-stroke deficit. And Nicolai catches a tree there, but he will also be putting for birdie. And Patrick, this is a big tee shot for Patrick here.
Going for the standstill for the first time this tournament. Beautiful shape. A little bit more power and he's parked, but that's a great drive.
Judah left that a little bit short. He's got a tester here for his par putt.
Another long look for our leader.
Looking to preserve that 4 under.
Dead center chains. As Patrick is just low here on hole 5. Gets an encouraging nod from Pops, but man, just so close to narrowing that lead.
Waden will get one back on Judah here and bring it to a 1-stroke lead. Nicolai making his putt here. That's a solid birdie for him.
So Waden at 42. Judah at 43. Jumping over to hole 9, the 6th hole of our round here. 354-foot par 3, and you can see why we jumped around a bit to get to this hole. Beautiful left to right shape. We see these guys moving up ahead to get a good look. Nicolai doesn't care though, he's on the tee, he knows what he wants. We expect to see the forehand from him.
This hole definitely shapes up well for Nicolai's forehand. Would love to see him get up under the basket here.
You know, I just want to bring it back to that comment on in the 5th round. These guys were kind of dogging it around the course, that pressure. Now, I mean, everyone's got that extra pep in their step. I mean, that adrenaline starts kicking in when you come down the stretch of a world championship. It's just nothing but disc golf now.
And these boys know the end is close, so one final push here.
Waden just trying to hit this perfect angle down the fairway and turn that disc over right as he hits the corner. And by golly, if he doesn't do just that.
Could have turned a tiny bit more, but he is going to be all the way down the fairway. He'll be looking at the basket.
He's only like 30 feet, but he's got 4 trees in his way.
Nicolai maybe picking the wrong disc there. Surprised to see him go for the backhand.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to settle into this green. I don't know if there's trees on the inside right as you come around the turn. But either way, I mean, he's down by quite a few. That's going to be tough. Judah just absolutely carving these lines. Similar fate to Waden, though.
Super unfortunate. It looked like he kind of kicked off another tree after he made it past the initial one.
Let's see if Patrick kind of powers down a little bit. I mean, he's not able to see that result that those first two had. Wisconsin love out here strong, and look at this tee shot from Patrick Yu. And all of a sudden, he is back on the table.
What a recovery shot for Patrick Yu there.
The level of composure to hit that shot. You can see how eager he is to get to the green and see exactly where that finished. No question that some of these players didn't even have the chance to play this layout. And now here we are in the biggest stage any of them have ever faced, with a world championship on the line. I mean,
Nicolai giving the basket a little love tap there.
Casually bumping one off the koozie from 90. There's a reason why he's out here. Looks like Waden was behind the tree there. I expect Judah to have a similar look.
He's got an open look at the basket, though. Let's see if he can do something here.
He's got his right foot, like, leaning on his ankle there to get that extra distance.
Gave that a great bid. Didn't skip too far away. Should be able to make that putt.
Let's see where he is. Waden looks like he's right on the green. Judah with another one of these weird looks.
Went a little further than I expected.
Yeah, that stick is right in his follow-through. And he'll stay at 43. What a putt.
Stick.
Judah not allowing these mistakes to creep in and get in the way of him taking this down.
Never shows emotion on the green. Even when he's got Patrick Yu right behind him. Getting the lone birdie on the card is a great way to build momentum coming down the stretch with 3 holes to go.
While I do have a lot of different versions of the Thrasher in my bag, the main go-tos are those Thrashers that I got when I first joined the team. And that just tells you how consistent those stock runs are.
Jumping into hole 10, par 3, 300 feet, 91 meters. Northwood Blue showing its teeth early. Seen 2 bogeys on the day and a lot of birdies, so these guys are keeping the composure together. Low ceiling's a little bit of a factor here. We see Judah and his caddy lining up the shot. Patrick's got the box right now.
Patrick not able to keep his foot on the gas on hole 10 here, and he is going to hit an early tree.
Waden's still in the mix here. And that's a long putt. Great drive from Judah there.
Nicolai go to the forehand here, keeping that nice and low. It's going to put him in the circle.
Levi's sitting here saying, man, I would have parked all these holes.
Good on Levi to show his support and stick around for the final 9 here.
Yeah, he's come so far. He was tied. He was right there. Patrick now has to get up and down. He's 2 back with 2 holes to go. Our next hole is going to be hole 10 long, very difficult, coming in at 400 feet. Let's see if Waden can keep things alive with this long putt.
Wow, and that basket does a great job grabbing the putt there from Waden. Good long bid, and he is going to push himself closer to that lead.
That is a world championship caliber putt.
Great putt there from Nicolai as well to get himself a birdie.
And he's just parked. He's just absolutely parked. Just a 1-stroke lead now, jumping into hole 10. Another par 3 at 400 feet. We're actually playing to the long position here, so it's a little bit of a different shot shape. This is the hole 10 long, and it is an absolute bomb. Low canopy off the tee, dead straight with a big drop off behind. It looks like Waden's going roller.
And just not flat enough, or
Yeah,
maybe a little too low.
You saw that high grass there? I think he kind of landed it in the high grass.
And just on way too much cut, and it just goes straight left.
Now Judah, already 1 up. He's just going to play a nice shot out there for par.
Nice reserve shot from Judah, just getting out of the canopy and into a good place to approach the basket.
Winner's going to be taking home the title of having won a PDGA Major. Becoming a world champion this early in your career is just such a springboard. And I mean, really for all these guys, even Nicolai here, coming out from Norway. I mean, just to be able to play at this level in front of the cameras and really prove things coming out here, it's impressive no matter how these guys finish out at this point. But you know Patrick's thinking of just smashing 400 and getting himself back in this.
And if he can get past these trees. He might just do that. A little bit turned over.
Yeah, he's got a long putt. Chance to slim the lead. Hole 11 is a par 4, so a lot can go wrong. But right now, Judah's looking poised with Waden off in the rough.
And Nicolai's just looking to get up and down for par here. Left his upshot a little bit short there. He's going to have a little bit more to be desired on the putt. Judah's just looking to get up under the basket here.
Yeah. So he'll likely take par. Looks like a little bit of a tester, but he's been hitting them. Waden's off on the left side rough. Let's see if he can scramble for par. If this can turn over, he could keep the lead within 1 going into the last hole.
Forehand roller there for Waden, just kept it a little bit too straight. Didn't get that bend left.
Does he have 2 65-footers in a row?
And just off the top for Waden.
Heroic effort.
And this is Nicolai's look for par.
So it's going to take a birdie-bogey swap if Judah can hit this short putt. We'll see if Patrick can kind of get himself in that mix. Like we said, 11 is a par 4, so the bogey's definitely in play. Pressure now turns to the putt of Waden Sides and the tee shot of Judah Kooistra on hole 11.
Nicolai makes that putt for bogey. Almost forgot his mini, but
yeah, that's a long travel back from Norway to get that thing. Let's see if Waden can keep things interesting. And he does. He hits the putt. I mean, eagle par could do it. Hole 11 coming in at 603. I'm very confident Waden's got at least 500. And this is still a little bit of a tester.
And Judah making good on that putt.
That is huge. I mean, I made that seem like it was easy after the approach. That's still 18, 20 feet. One of those putts that's so much more difficult in person. Patrick taps out. Hole 11, par 4, 603, low canopy, so it's going to be hard to boost one out. We saw Waden go for that roller on the last hole. Let's see if he busts it out again. Right now, Judah Kooistra coming out of North Carolina with a 2-stroke lead.
And the final knuckle bump of the event. We're on the final hole.
603 feet. It's really just going to come down to whether or not Waden can lay down a big roller here.
Yeah, Judah's almost certainly getting up and down from at least a par from there. And the tree shoots him down there, and that's going to wrap things up here for Patrick.
Here it is, the biggest tee shot of Waden Sides' career. He'll need the eagle.
A similar miss to last hole. He just gets it too low, and
yeah, just not quite enough height. I like the disc selection, the amount of spin he had on it, just a little bit more height with that same angle. Judah, though, 2-stroke lead, simple upshot. You love to see these players going big on the last hole. Incredible effort from Nicolai Hagen.
Massive roller. That's going to get him.
One more little cut on that grass, and he's inside circle one.
He'll have to settle for about 150 as our players walk down the fairway.
Here's Patrick putting in an incredible tournament. He'll just slide right up to the green. Circle 2 look, maybe edge of circle 1.
Waden slipped on that shot there. It looked like he was going for a possible throw-in on that.
Judah's still got to execute here, but such a great tee shot. All he needs is the par. Going high-speed driver, nice and low. Gets you right next to the basket. About 30 feet. That gallery's looking huge. And what an incredible, incredible tournament from Waden Sides. Coming from Corpus Christi, Texas, playing such great disc golf. We saw so many different skills out of him. He's only been playing in these events for 2-3 years now. But, I mean, he's got all different angles on the backhand, the long putts. And same can be said for Nicolai Hagen. 2 aces in the tournament.
Judah laying it up here.
And he knows it. He's got his caddy right there. Surely they're keeping track of scores. And that is going to do it. Judah Kooistra coming out of North Carolina. Only 950 rated. It was just so hard not to focus in on that throughout this tournament, with some of these guys averaging 3-4 strokes better per round in a 6.5 round event. And he's still able to come out here, hold the lead for a few rounds, fall behind 3-4 strokes back with only 1 hole left before the final 9. I mean, the level of composure.
And this will definitely be a moment that Judah remembers for a long time. Absolutely, he was an underdog in this event, and now all he has to do is tap in to become a junior world champion.
Judah with his family.
Patrick finishes off his event with a nice putt.
Yeah, another player that just deserves so much praise. Patrick Yu showing posture out here. As Nicolai gets a little creative on the green.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the 2023 PDGA Junior World Disc Golf Champion in the MJ18 division, Judah Kooistra. Hey, once you guys finalize...
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Judah Kooistra is your 2023 Junior Disc Golf World Champion. with a score of 44 down through 6.5 grueling rounds out here in Peoria, Illinois. You see how tight that leaderboard is. I mean, to come away with the 2-stroke lead on some of the best players in the world. What a week, Willem.
Absolutely crazy. And he really came out of the gate this round like he wanted it. And he earned it entirely.
So many deep putts. I mean, 4 down through the first 4 holes. Just deserves so much praise for coming out here in this massive, massive field. And shouts out to Patrick, Waden, Nicolai Hagen, Levi Stout, all the other guys we had on coverage. It takes such an effort for the PDGA to put on these amazing events. Valley Forge Sports Network, so happy to have been here to capture the action. Do not forget to subscribe to the PDGA YouTube channel. Search Valley Forge Sports Network on YouTube. Head over to our channel, subscribe there as well. We're hosting tons of amateur-focused disc golf events out here in New Jersey and beyond. Willem, 2023 Junior World Championships. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Like you said, 5 grueling rounds and a final 9 at one of the hardest courses in the country. And the talent is growing in our sport. It's very exciting to see. Recently at the Kansas City Wide Open, we had one of our youngest lead cards ever going into a final round. And I could see that trend continuing, especially with the talent that we've seen at this event here.
Yeah, there's no more question about what's coming. The future is now. Judah Kooistra is here. Thank you so much, folks, and we will see you at the next event.
Have a good night, everyone.